All right, it is that time again for yet another edition of the Reapers Underground podcast. And we've just been, there's so many awesome projects dropping right now. And luckily, I have two actors from some upcoming films that are really highly anticipated from Fuzzy Monkey Productions, and that is Crackoon and Campout 2. We have the awesome Justin Martin and the lovely Kay Leahy. Did I say that right?
Leahy.
Almost.
Almost.
I
So
was
close.
so
It happens
close.
all the time. All the time.
God damn it. I'm so sorry. See, I fucked up already, everybody.
So in every interview so far that I've been a part of this day.
Okay, well, I get to wear the douche hat for the night, so woo-woo. But anyhow, this is the time. You guys know what to do. Share this out. Share it out anywhere and everywhere. I don't give a shit if it's your grandma, your auntie, your sister, your cousin. Let them know this is happening. And we're going to get down to both of these films here in just a few moments after we take a commercial break to our brothers over at Villain Arts Tattoos. Check that shit out. That's right. You know what to do. I tell you every single week. Villain Arts Tattoos is the biggest tattoo convention in the United States and the world. Definitely when they come to your city, your state, your dwellings place, your crypt, make sure you get your ass there so you get a high quality tattoo from some of the best in the country. Taking the awesome performers and just a few short weeks, OKC, you're going to see the big bad Devil Daddy himself down there. That's right. I will be at the tattoo convention there in Kansas City. And I'll be signing stuff, hanging out with y'all, and we're going to have a good old time. Everybody that's coming in right now, I appreciate y'all so much. My wonderful demons, Cody, Rebecca, Kyler, what's up? And somebody known as Sparty Obsidious Taylor, first-time viewer. Awesome. Oh, okay. So there we go. We got some of your folks as well tuning in. That's what it's all about. Man, so we are here to talk about some pretty incredible films. We all saw the success of Cocaine Bear. Nobody ever thought that that film would be worth a shit. And I gotta say, when I saw it, it changed my opinion. So, of course, that got the indie world, you know, pretty much into an uproar like, hey, we can make some cooler shit and people are going to love it. Or Kane says, laughing my ass off, Cocaine Bear. Now. Well, we're here to talk about Crackoon. This is what happens when a raccoon decides to smoke some crack. I mean, I don't know if that's what he actually does or not, but anyway, it gets into his system and he goes rabid. And we have the great Justin Martin here, who is an actor in that film, to kind of give us the lowdown. How did this idea come about?
Oh my gosh, as if a bear wasn't enough. I mean, we're going to keep it in the forest, right? You got to keep it close to home. So, yeah, Crackoon. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, it's going to be a wild, insane, funny ride.
So yes, crazy.
Oh my gosh. So I'll give you the synopsis of the film, okay? I want people to really understand this because, yes, it is aligned parallel with Cocaine Bear, but it is different. It does have a different story to it, and the characters in this film is what makes it so magical, if you will, because it's not your stereotypical what you would expect from hearing Crackoon. Yes, it is a raccoon on crack. That's a dead giveaway. Right? I'm not hiding anything here. But here's what happens. So I actually play a character named Frankie. Frankie is, I'm going to describe his character in a short description for you guys. Extremely flamboyant, drug dealer. And
you're kidding.
So I don't know if you've ever met any of those, but you will see Crackoon. I mean, I had the whole onesie romper going on. I had the blonde hair. I mean, it was a funny mess. I hated it, but I loved it. All right, so Frankie and Denny is the other character. Frankie and Denny. Denny was played by the infamous Chris O'Brockie. If any of you in the indie community know of Chris, he's also a merman as well.
Nice.
Anywho, yeah. So Chris and I are on an adventure, and our goal is to sell this new hyper crack called acid mind drainage. Acid mind drainage. It sounds crazy, right? Well, that's what it does to you. It just completely like melts your brain. So we are on our way to sell this new drug to a bunch of teenagers or young adults, not teenagers, that sounds bad, young adults who are enjoying their summer vacation, if you will. And they're staying in a cabin in the middle of the woods. They're having a good time. They're partying animals. They want some drugs. So they call us up. Well, unfortunately, we try to deliver the drugs to them, but it doesn't go as planned. And quickly things turn left. Yeah. Quickly things obviously little creatures start getting into stuff, and then people start disappearing one by one by one by one. So that's the basis of the story. But I will tell you, again, the characters in this film and then just the relationship between us all brought so much more than what was expected from the initial even script itself. We had a lot of improv in this movie, believe it or not. Actually, a lot of yeah, which makes it so much better because we really got into character and just ran with it. Like we fucking ran with it. It is definitely more of a horror comedy. More attention, more attention on the comedy, 100%. So you guys are going to love it. You're going to be laughing your asses off. I definitely have been telling people, make sure you wear a diaper or it depends, because it's one of your holes. There's many holes for it to come out of, and it will come out of one of them. But it's going to be absolutely amazing, guys. So Crackoon, and in a little bit here, we'll get into, I won't spoil it right now, but towards the end of this interview, I would love to talk about part 2 that we're starting to film in August. So I'll hold on that. But that's the breakdown of the good old raccoon on crack. Crackoon.
Nice. As an indie actor myself, that's definitely I feel like this film fits me. So the fact that there could be a part 2, shit, I got to get my hand in that. Right. Because I mean, just watching the trailer, I was like, dude, this is actually badass. I mean, Cocaine Bear was good. but this is like more in my wheelhouse because of the more comedy aspect of it. And it was like kind of believable. Yeah, it was silly, but it was silly in a good way. And you know, dark humor is my thing also. So Cody here says most crackheads are magicians, so magical fits.
1,000%.
Well, yeah, I mean, it really does take a very talented cast to pull something off like this. You know, I mean, so many times we hear scripts like this start as a joke, and then all of a sudden somebody writes a whole fucking movie, and next thing you know, it's here. We have it. You know,
I think Crackoon did start out as a joke.
Yeah.
With Brad.
Is that right?
Talking about it during, like we were talking about it like before, like pre-production of Killer Campout 2. When he was thinking about it, and we were going, wouldn't that be great? Ha 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 ha. And then Brad's like, I want to do it.
Yeah. Totally thought it was just like a thing in his mind. Like he was just, you know, randomly spitting out stuff. Nope. He spit it from his mouth to paper, and
suddenly there was a project, which is awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll mention this. The best part of this movie to me, aside from the actors and working with the talented crew and cast, was the kills. The kills. Guys, like some of them are not as practical as you would think. Like you might think, oh, they're going to get, you know, bitten by the raccoon. Oh, I was expecting that. Some, but not all the kills are like that. You have eyeballs being ripped out. You can see the whole, whatchamacallit, connected. I mean, it's like...
tissue.
Yes. Like the level of attention to detail kills. I'm telling you, it's insane. You guys are going to love it. If you love gory stuff with comedy mixed, like blend it all together, this is what you got.
I'm pretty sure everybody out there in the Morgrot universe is definitely down for that. Shoot. And the fact that it, you know, again, that it's practical effects, but it's done so well. Like I could tell all the way down to just the raccoon in the trailer. You know, I thought was really well done.
And that's there was actually 4 puppets altogether. Maybe 3, and one of them actually, I believe, maybe 4. I might be misspeaking here, but there was more than one for sure.
You got to have backups.
Yeah. You can have a little bit of a mixture of CGI in here too, but it's not going to kill the movie. It's not going to be like too much, you know, special effects and all the animatronics. It's not going to be like overkill where you're like, okay, we're taking away here. No, it's going to be a good blended mix. So you have a little bit of CGI with, you know, the rest is a puppet put together to look like a rabid raccoon. So.
Which y'all will see here in a few moments when I show the trailer. And when we think of raccoons in the first place, everyone says how fucking cute they are. Have you ever seen what they do? You know, they're practically on crack already. Always, you know, you think they just get into garbage cans. That's not the case. They'll come right up to you, make you think you're in a happy place, and then gnaw your face off if they get the chance. Fucking hell. So I was actually, I was really excited that this idea came about. And then just recently I saw something about, what is it, a crocodile or something like that, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's the part 2 to Crackoon.
See, you're creating a universe. How magical is that, for lack of a better term? Today's a word of the day is magical, everybody. So let's hashtag shit.
Yes. The drug lords will be super happy.
Right? Arcane says, from a
distance. Yeah, from a distance.
I wouldn't want to cuddle one.
Personal. I don't care what anyone says. Even if you get them as a baby, they'll eventually turn on you. I'm telling you. And then it's very evident in this film. So did you happen to provide me with a couple of photos from that film in what you sent?
I believe so. I think I sent a couple of some of the cats. There we go.
There we go.
That
Okay.
was such a great look, Justin.
That is Frankie getting all balled up.
I think it's hilarious that
He's
the
styling
character's
in
name is
profile.
Frankie. That's my dog's name, dude.
Yes,
It is.
This is Frankie towards the end of the movie, so you gotta wait and see what happened. Clearly,
I am so sad for that baller shirt.
Oh my gosh! I still have that romper in my closet, by the way.
That's why I always buy two. You know, one that one you can get blood on, and then.
Yeah, we did. Brad Tig bought 2 of those, so I kept one, and he kept the other one. Mine got more or less dirt on mine, and his is the one that got all the blood all over it. So
good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have 2 KC Campout shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys could like
Because one we
those.
cut and one we didn't cut.
We could sell
Hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could. Nobody wants my stanky shirt, but
Some people got it.
That's why you get the scissors out and you just cut pieces of it off.
and sign it.
And sign it, yes.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You see? I always say the more blood, the better, because, it's all over it. So no matter what part of it you cut out, it's got blood on it. So, it's legit.
You put a little bit
Exactly. He says, next thing you know, raccoons are stealing catalytic converters. I mean, they probably could. They're not exactly not strong. If you've ever been in a tussle with one, they hold on with a death lock.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah. Clearly Justin's been in a tussle with one.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
that's right. Just to let everybody out there in the Morgrout universe know, you can not only comment, but if you have any questions for Justin or Kay throughout this broadcast tonight, don't be afraid. Just don't ask anything jackassy, and we'll be all right.
If you do, we might still make fun of you.
All right. So, was there any notable people in the cast that you want to mention that are in this film?
Well,
the whole cast.
So, go ahead, Kay.
No.
I was just gonna say the whole cast for Crackoon. A lot of them worked on Killer Campout 2 and other Fuzzy Monkey Productions projects. So Brad really knows how to get an incredible group of people together to make this absolute magic and make these projects come to life. And that is what is so fascinating about watching everybody get together. We've got Tim, Rosaria. I think is Yasmin in Crackoon as well?
No, Yasmin's not in Crackoon. But
okay.
Yes.
Woo! I didn't do it.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just kind of assume everybody but me was in it.
No, it wasn't just you, Kay. So we did have a couple of new faces too, and one that I'd like to shout out is, and he might be watching this, is Hunter Redford.
Oh yeah, Hunter's amazing.
He made his debut, well, not his debut, but for Fuzzy Monkey, he made his debut in Crackoon. And most of us had never worked with Hunter before Crackoon, so this was our first time interacting with him. And now we have other projects going on with him, which is great.
Oh yeah.
And he came down from the Carolinas, or am I thinking of something?
Yeah, I think he's in North Carolina.
Yeah, so he came, he traveled, for this.
He probably traveled the furthest, I think. Or I mean, for not for your project, but for our project, which we will mention later. Angel Bradford, if you guys know about Angel, she's also in the movie.
She's a Reaper's Underground alumni as well.
Yes, that's right.
Awesome.
Morgan. Morgan's also in this. And who else am I missing from the lead cast? I already mentioned Chris O'Brockie. So those of you who don't know who Chris O'Brockie is, if you're a Fuzzy Monkey fan and you've seen our film going back a couple years ago now, Shriek Show. So Shriek Show.
I remember that.
Yeah. Chris is amazing. I love Chris.
He did a great job.
It was really cool. I actually met him on a mermaid meetup. And I was like, you're in 2 of my communities and I have never met you yet, So it's really cool to finally meet you. It was a really cool
Right?
moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of actors and actresses in this film that everybody out in Morgrat universe you already kind of know because they're showing up all over the place. Anywhere from the great Texas horror community, Chicago horror community. As a matter of fact, where did you guys shoot this one?
We did this film primarily in West Virginia. I believe it may have been some parts of Pennsylvania too. So definitely the DMV area, East Coast, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, the scenery out there is built for this type of film.
Oh, yes.
It is. It really is.
It really is, yeah. You
And
can't ask for better.
very interesting locals. Did you have any people watching you guys film this?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So a lot of the scenes were in different locations. It was crazy. We actually had, so one of the bigger scenes, which is with my scene partner, Chris or Denny, we filmed that in the middle of a parking lot that was a storage unit place. Like they had storage units, and you wouldn't know that because obviously it's all like gravel in the buildings, but off to the side,
Right.
they have this big patch of grass and trees and forest. So in that scene, it looks like we're walking through the middle of the woods trying to find where our crack went, which, by the way, was in Frankie's.
It's such a horrible, problem to have. You got to find your crack,
You lost your crack. That's whack. And I
You gotta become a plumber now to find it.
Knock that one right the fuck out of the park.
Now wait until you see the trailer because you'll see what the crack was stored in, which I didn't know what the prop was going to be before I started filming that scene. And I was given a huge bag that was a pink, fuzzy, rainbow pattern on the front unicorn.
I was gonna ask if you were supposed to hide it up your crack.
Well, that big old bag would fit in this.
I must be butter because I'm on a roll.
Yes.
Cut it out, Anyway. I love it. I mean, that's got to be one of the most unassuming places that you would expect to find these drugs in the first place. So I absolutely love that idea.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and roll that trailer right now so you guys can check it out because it's coming soon. Check it out.
A little extra special for you two tonight. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, I'm talking about the latest thing that hit town. Acid mine drainage.
Come on, man, it's my turn.
What you're seeing is the effects of designers so-called street drunk.
Tonight is going to be the most epic night of our lives, man.
Oh my god. What did I get? Be careful out there, man.
Oh, well, it's not like anything major is going to happen. It never does.
I need you to give the sheriff a call. We got 2 dead bodies up here on the mountain. I don't know. Maybe a bear? A mountain lion? Not sure.
I am telling you, it's a killer raccoon, okay? It's, all chopped up on drugs and shit.
You can't help it, guys.
I saw that and I lost it. I lost it.
Especially the roar at the end. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Morgrat Universe, if that didn't get your blood pumping, juices flowing, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man, something's wrong with you because that film is out of fucking sight. I'm telling you. Just that trailer alone, I am hooked. I can't wait to see the whole thing. Man, I definitely would have contributed to that Indiegogo campaign for sure. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Just awesome.
all the blood, like all the blood just in that trailer. There's so much more throughout the movie. Like there was so much. In fact, there was so much blood. It really didn't make sense that a little creature could cause that much. Like literally, like Moses splitting the Red Sea of all of our blood. Like literally, it was just insane. And Moses is the raccoon, so like, it was just insane.
He just went.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean, that little bastard is literally pulling intestines out, and I'm just sitting here going, "That is the most badass thing ever, right there." Cocaine Bear didn't even do that for us,
No.
and he's like super fucking huge. So I love the gore is amazing. Honestly, I started laughing when the young lady was like, let me get my turn at the pipe, and an old dude just what gets her right in the throat. I'm like, oh shit, you should have never asked for that. That was brilliant.
And you see all the so you saw the orange that comes out of the eyes and the nose. So that is a part of the new drug. That's what they're trying to figure out what that is, and it's a part of the new species, if you will, or a level of crack, which is the acid mind drainage, which has never been, given out there before. It's a brand new drug made, so they're not really testing it out, but they're finding out that all these people are dying, even before the raccoon gets to them, that have this orange stuff.
Yeah.
Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No such thing as safe crack,
Words to live by, friends.
That's the
Words
one on
to
my
live
back.
by.
Right. Oh man. So as exciting as that segment of the show was, man, let's get into what I feel pays homage to a lot of the traditional 80s horror. Even I would go as far as to say the late 70s too, because there was some camp style horror stuff going on towards the end there. That is Killer Campout 2. Now, Kay actually gets to put her 2 cents in all the way. So, obviously, this is part 2, so there was a part 1. Would you say that was the intention with this, kind of like homage? There's so many indie films right now paying tribute to the 80s.
Yeah. What would you, Justin? You're so much better at this.
You're just as good, Kay. Don't play. Yeah, it is.
I wasn't alive in the 80s.
I was an 88 baby, so I was at the end. It is.
76.
Just before the good times started. The 90s was my era, really. But anywho, yeah, it was. It's an 80s slasher film.
Mm-hmm.
So down to the outfits, the girls with the pigtails and the hair and the scrunchies, me with the porn stash or whatever the activity was.
But at the same time, it's not over the top.
No.
No, it's done really well. We were comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah. And in my opinion, it is different than Killer Campout 1. Like, this could be its own movie. Even though it's a part 2.
More like standalone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be its own standalone. It's based off the first one, but like you don't need to
watch the first one. Now there is some return.
You can.
Yeah, you can, and you should support Fuzzy Monkey.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're not in the first one, so support the second one more.
Yes.
Which is why we're gonna. Is there anywhere that they can find it on streaming services right now for the first one?
Good question. Brad Twig would know the answer to that. I think it's on. I think it's even now on YouTube.
I think it's I thought it was on YouTube.
Oh.
Somehow over the last couple of years it got uploaded. And this is an older, film going a couple of years back. But I think now it's on there, and it might still be on 1 or 2 streaming platforms still.
Okay. You heard it here, Morgrot Universe. If you want to check out the first Killer Campout, it could very well be. Always start with the YouTube, and don't ever forget Amazon or Tubi. Tubi almost always gets all the good stuff. So your best bet's probably there. So okay. I did not know.
Yeah, we do have some returning characters from Killer Campout 1 that you definitely should. That's why you should check it out. Not only is it Fuzzy Monkeys, but, in preparation for 2.
Yeah. It'll connect the dots. You'll understand. Yeah.
Now, was there any kind of like supernatural stuff in the first one, or is that just here in the second one?
Well, what do we mean by supernatural?
Just with who the main killer for the second one.
So he is one of the 2 or 3 returning characters. He's the main character. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he actually is and I'll let Kay give a synopsis in a moment too of the film, since I just did Crackoon, but he is brought back to raise havoc and everything all over this campground.
So so I don't think the first one has as much of a supernatural element as this one.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking, since you said it could literally be like its own film. So let's go ahead and let's give the Morgrot universe here a nice look at, well, pretty much what we could expect from this second one.
Okay. So Killer Campout Part 2 is essentially like the return of our villain from Killer Campout 1, Gene Blackwell. And it's about this camp of troubled young adults who it's kind of like an anger management behavioral therapy retreat that these young adults are going on to try and kind of figure themselves out. But little do they know, there's the return of Gene Blackwell that raises hell and causes these campers to start going missing.
Nice. All the elements are there. Anything from, let's say, the original Friday the 13th to probably even a little bit of Sleepaway Camp in there, maybe.
Yeah,
could definitely
a
see
little
that.
bit. Yeah, there's partying. There's funny characters that are really great. There's tons and tons of gore. Like these kills are really unique and really interesting. So it's really fun to. I always wanted to, stay and watch other people get killed. So.
Exactly. It's got to be a little bit thrilling, especially being a horror fan. So how did you?
It's fun to watch that movie Magic as well. Because for me, not being a creator like that, when you have to do these things often on a budget, you kind of have to improvise and try different tricks, and it's really cool to see what people come up with to get the shot done and make it look good.
Hell yeah, absolutely. You have to be versatile. If one thing doesn't work, you do what you can for the sake of the shot. So when this, or I don't know, did you happen to see an advertisement for it and you're like, damn, I want to do that movie? Or did somebody like present it to you?
So for me, I hadn't worked with Brad yet, but I had met him at the Shriek Show premiere not much before this, and I saw that I was Facebook friends with him. I saw that he was casting for Killer Campout Part 2, and I was like, I want in on that. And so I applied to, I put in my name for it and got the sides, auditioned, and did my fingies crossed and got. I
had a feeling you were jazzed about doing it.
Oh yeah. I've been wanting to work with Brad for a long time, actually. I had reached out to him previously to do a part in Shriek Show. But the part, it wasn't for me. and they did get a really talented lady to fill the part. And so I'd spoken with Brad before. So I'd wanted to work with Brad and Fuzzy Monkey for a while.
He's definitely been suggested to me as a great director to work for. So I definitely hope to do that as well one day, because, it's all about that synergy. Great people, great minds can do great things. And you guys are definitely doing that. So are you playing one of the troubled young adults, or are you a counselor?
So I play Carolyn, who is the lead character, and she is, yes, one of the troubled adults. She has some really fun anger problems, and I only say really fun because it was really fun to play. I love that shot. I love that shot. It's actually quite interesting, because that was one of the longer shoots of the shoot, and I think that scene we were shooting, it was like 11 midnight,
almost midnight,
and it was a very intense part of the project, a part of the film, and we could not stop laughing. The three of us, like there is a still.
Yeah, I was going to send it to. I didn't send it to him, but I was going to. Go ahead, Kay, tell him about it.
There's a still I absolutely adore where, like, we know what's going on, but like the audience may not. It's like me looking at Justin, and just we're having this serious moment. Yeah. So I forget. I wasn't looking at you. I was like, this was actually us trying to get through the scene and not laugh, and you were like.
The camera's on her. The camera's not on me. It's the back of my head. So I'm like in her face laughing.
And I'm like trying to cry, trying not to smile, but I'm like, and then you have Bruce just.
Yeah. It only took two words to cause this almost probably an hour to get it filmed. Two. That were said earlier in the shoot. We didn't say them at that time.
Oh no!
We were filming a completely different scene.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta love those moments, though. Hopefully, there's like some bloopers or something that'll get packaged in.
We're hoping it makes the bloopers. We're hoping
that'd be badass.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've had so many different actresses on. I'm like, have you ever found yourself, having, doing a scene, and how do you deliver that scene without fucking busting up? And here you guys went through that trial.
You just
well,
try to get it out.
When you're filming, you start at like 9 or 10 a.m. and you're going all day till midnight now, right?
Right.
So after all those hours, I don't know about UK. Well, I do know about UK. We get very silly when we're.
I'm gonna say,
especially you and I.
Oh, we're a dynamic duo. Let me tell you right now.
We're besties.
Yes.
Love it.
So it was hard to do a lot of the scenes where it was either supposed to be really serious or where it was just getting later and later, and we're like, are we alive right now? Like, I feel like I'm talking, but I don't feel like I'm talking.
Yeah, I think honestly part of it was like, yes, we had that really, really silly moment with that phrase. Yeah. And then it was like mixed in with we are overtired because we didn't sleep the whole shoot. I mean, you slept because you didn't stay at the Airbnb.
I barely slept.
Yeah, but any of us who stayed at the Airbnb, we were just having a blast, so we did not sleep.
Yeah, I'm bougie, so I got my own hotel. I was like, I need a mirror to get my get up in. No, I need to be,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
it was amazing. It was amazing.
I'm hoping. I know that Crackoon will have bloopers because Brad told me that he was actually putting something together the other day for Crackoon.
Fantastic.
So for the DVD. So I'm hoping I'm hoping he does the same thing for Killer Campout too, because I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot of good moments. Especially like kill scenes that may not have worked out exactly how they're supposed to at first. The first take or two, those will make you laugh too. While you have fake blood spurting everywhere and everyone's just laughing, right? But it's great, and I just want to add to what Kay just said. So, in one of our last interviews, we talked about this. We had a whole 10-minute conversation about the shit. So. And I won't go into details, but
we'll always have the shit barn.
You can't leave us with just you always have the shit barn. But we have a shit barn that was literally like an old horse stable barn that smelled. It was muggy, dirt, bugs, hay, everything everywhere. It was
many spiders.
Spiders.
I was not a fan of sitting on that ground.
A lot of spiders. Yeah, not only sitting, but you were like almost dragged across the ground. Oh,
I'm gonna be dragged across that ground in a shoot for another project later. That same ground.
Oh no. Well, hopefully you'll do it beforehand and sleep a little bit, because like prepare yourself. But
I'll bring my own freaking sweeper.
You have to. Or your handheld vacuum.
I have one.
That would be the little Dustbuster Plus right there with you, ready to go.
There's so many bugs in here. Horrible.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
But I will say, so I think we finished. I want to say we wrapped filming for that big finale scene, if you will. Probably what was like 3 or 4 in the morning, almost. Kay.
Yeah, it had to be at least 3 once we all finished like helping pack up and.
Yeah, it was late, so I'm not going to give too much away, but this is what I'm excited to see the most in Killer Campout 2 is that final scene.
Absolutely. We worked really hard on that.
We worked so hard. Like, I wish he played the movie backwards so it played first.
I love that shot of you.
That's how the big scene started.
Yeah.
Me with the
I kind of felt like that was a kind of an iconic shot for the film. It
was phenomenal. That's such a great shot.
Yeah.
Well, and what's interesting is I think the setup for the scene where we were like mapping it out and like blocking it, that probably took longer than the shooting itself.
It did. Well, and
because we were trying to figure out like, okay, how is this going to work in this space the way he wants it? What are we comfortable with? And Brad is always very receptive to, everybody's ideas. Like, not if you're an actor and you have an idea and you ask if you can say it.
Yeah.
He'll usually be like, yeah, of course. What you got? And usually he'll be like, let's try it that way and see if it works. And he goes, oh, okay, maybe we'll do it back the other way. But he'll at least entertain the idea.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a collab.
Not every character's that way,
Right. And that scene was difficult because it changed from what was in the script.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Because of the environment.
It changed the moment we were filming. So we didn't know in advance, really too much more in advance, that we were going to have an entirely different layout on that set. And have to not only deliver our lines that we've already studied, but deliver them around a different staged environment that
like all the props on the floor.
Yeah, so that was an interesting. It was interesting, but I love those type of. I'm not going to call it a challenge. I love those type of changes because it is a challenge for actors, and I love that. Like, granted,
we have to adjust to what's going on around us, not just sticking to the script. And I think I want to say 90% of acting is reacting to your environment in a way that is not only authentic, that is believable, but is also believable for your character to do, and feels authentic in your body, like in your mouth, like the words in your mouth. Like,
I love it in my mouth.
Yes, I know you do.
I
know, baby. I know.
This is me and Kay. You have no idea. You have no idea. But yes, that whole scene is iconic. You have #gay lips that are going to come out. You'll find
that was the phrase. That was the phrase, by the way, that we couldn't stop cracking up at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Was
It's definitely must have been a
It was the
fantastic
way
set.
you said it. It was the way you said it, man.
So we weren't playing. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but we kind of gave a little bit away. But what was not in the script was this scene where me and Kay have a big interaction together,
Mhm.
and it's a very heated moment. We're very
and the energy that our characters were giving in that moment, we're just like it makes our instinct is our characters want to go further. Like it makes sense. So like we brought it up to Brad. We had this idea, and I think, did we ask Brad beforehand or did we just do a take with it?
No, we didn't tell him.
Oh, we did. That's right. We didn't tell him.
We didn't tell him. We were like, before we
let's
start
just do this. Let's just do this. Because he'll let it happen.
Yeah, we told him that you're going to be surprised when you see what we're going to do. And you're not.
But we're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you, but you're going to love it, and you're not going to have anything to say about it.
Which of course he did. He says, no, that makes total sense. I just wasn't sure what you guys were comfortable with.
They loved it. Yeah. And they didn't expect probably that was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, and for continuity's sake, it all makes sense.
Poor Kay and her have gotten a lot of Justin attention that night after 30 takes.
Yes. I was like, where's my lipstick?
Here, just take it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited now to show everybody the trailer for this because, again, I think we got another piece of kick-assery on our hands. So check that shit out.
You are about to enter a new beginning, a new life. And I welcome you to where you will all be reborn. I welcome you to Camp Phoenix. I want to know if she Blackpillsbury.
I don't know anything about you. I want to know, so I can bring him back to life. You three stooges don't know what you're in
Mr. Blackwell, my friend, will soon walk these doors again.
No shit. What the fuck do you think was gonna happen?
What happened?
Me, here, in these woods, running around, killing and eating.
First Stacy, now Nancy and Sarah. How can they all be lost? The trails are clearly marked.
I need you guys to stay here, just in case they come back. Alright, I'll take the van into town. I'll get the sheriff.
That's the way to camp. It's getting dark. No way out. There's a creepy stranger lurking around the woods, watching and waiting, thirsty for our blood.
Man, just so much homage to these classic films, and it's that age-old adage, careful what you wish for, you just might fucking get it. And I love that scene where he's like caressing his face while he's in the coffin, and then down the line he gets taken out by the very thing he wanted to raise in the first place. So, damn, you guys did an awesome job with this one as well. And location just is so everything. I love the look of it, the grittiness of it. Another very talented cast as well. So let's start plugging away here. When can we expect this to drop?
So we are having a premiere in Maryland on the 26th. It's actually going to pair with our Crackoon premiere, which is happening on the 25th. So some of us are going to be at Crackoon, some of us are going to be at Killer Campout 2, some of us are going to be at both. You know, so definitely check it out.
Between the two?
Our first time Fuzzy Monkey has ever done a double premiere. The two movies are coming out for the world premiere at the same time. So this is really big. It's huge. We've never had that before. So you guys got to check it out.
Very exciting.
It is. The theater is called, it's the State Theater in, I'll be saying this wrong. It's either Havre de Grace or Harvard de Grace. I think it's Havre de Grace.
I think it's Havre.
So it's there, which is like kind of bordering like the Baltimore northern region up to like the Pennsylvania state line right there. So they have a nice theater out there off their little main street, if you will. They have all the full shebang there. So they have the snacks. They actually have alcoholic drinks. So you guys have no excuse not to come. Okay, who doesn't want to have a shot in an indie movie at the same time?
I do.
Yeah, double fisted. So we're gonna have those two premieres, like Kay said, Saturday and Sunday, Memorial Day weekend,
and also Q&As after the shows.
Q&A.
Nice.
Yep.
So that's really exciting.
Yeah, we have like a little red carpet set up with a big backdrop, so people can take photos by themselves or with the cast if they want to. We're gonna have a whole table there selling all the merchandise from Fuzzy Monkey, getting posters signed by the cast. I mean, you name it, like the full experience.
Yeah.
Now, if you go on to eventbrite.com, all you have to do is search for Crackoon, or even search for our slogan for that weekend, which is Crackoon Campout. Either one.
Awesome.
Well, and you can buy 2 tickets online at the same time for a discounted rate.
Yeah, a bundle pass. A bundle pass for $25, and otherwise you're going to be paying $15 a piece for each movie online, or at the door it's $20 for each movie.
Right.
So just pay $25 online for the bundle pass. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean,
just find
you can't take a picture at a regular theater for that type of money. I mean, that's insane. These films are very well done. So if anybody out there in the Morgrot universe, if you are anywhere near where this theater is, go on Eventbrite, get those tickets, and get your ass there and support this shit.
Yes.
They made it for
Come see us. Come see us. Come meet us. We'd love to have you. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll tell you more stories after the show.
After the Q&A, yeah. You know, we will, it'll be good. And I shouldn't say we, this is Brad. I say we because I love him so much.
He's the poster boy. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hell, you know.
Well,
if
so
you're good at
have it on streaming network. For those of you who can't make it out for the movie premiere end of this month, you will be able to watch it in the fall, in August or September. You'll be able to find it on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Plex TV, so many different apps and streaming platforms. So don't worry, you'll have a place to find it. Now, I will also mention this because I wanted to make sure we didn't forget about it. So, talked about it in the beginning, part 2, and you mentioned it. You mentioned it, Crocodile. Crocodile is coming. So we definitely need your support for that. Crocodile is going to be bigger and better than Crackoon, literally.
Man, I love it.
Yeah, more gnarly, more kills, more freaking chaos. And it's in the water, like of all things. And I don't. Kay is a mermaid. She swims. I don't. I'm terrified of water. I can't swim to save my life. So I'm interested to see how this goes. Okay. But yeah, Crackoon. So if you go to Indiegogo, for those of you who are familiar with crowdfunders and supporting local artists, Indiegogo, and search for Crocodile. We just launched it probably a week or 2 ago, and the camp is running right now.
How long is it running for, Justin?
I believe it's going to be running through our premiere date.
Okay.
Nice.
Most likely it will be.
So I can drop some money on payday.
Same.
I actually bought some perks myself, and I have for all the Fuzzy Monkey stuff just to help, support. But you can buy DVDs, Blu-rays, T-shirts. We have the posters. What I love the most, though, aside from all those like handheld items, is the even bigger perks that you can get. You can actually get killed in the movie. You can pay and get
those are so cool
to be killed in the movie, or have your voice in the movie. Or be an executive producer if that's your niche and you really want to try it. I mean, come on set and meet everybody and help make the movie come to life. So these are perks that you don't always get with different campaigns. I think he's got some good ideas out there. So definitely take a look. Yeah.
Absolutely. And while we're shameless plugging, as you know, my next film, Grinners, we're filming next month. The Indiegogo campaign is currently up, and you know that it doesn't matter what perk you buy, you get a special free package from me. Ooh. That's right. You get a free Reaper package with it. Again, go to Indiegogo.com and then just put in Grinners and you'll find us. Man, it has been.
Mystery package? Is this a mystery package? Or is it a package that, are you telling people what it is, or is it like a surprise?
Oh, well, the items they get are a surprise, yes.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
So it makes
that's my way of saying thanks for, helping us out. More bang in the pot.
Yeah. Every dollar helps,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every little bit. We couldn't do what we do without our friends and family and fans, It makes it's worth it, And I know that there's some controversy about like some projects like taking the money and then you never see the project come to fruition. But like with Fuzzy Monkeys, especially, and a couple of really many really good filmmakers out there, they're trustworthy sources. They produce things, and it's always really fun and really great, and every little bit goes into the production.
Yeah,
absolutely. And it is absolutely guaranteed. We would not ask you to try to donate to something that we don't feel is going to be legit. So you can definitely see that these films are coming out, and the quality, holy shitballs, fantastic. And we can't wait to see it. So Morgrat Universe, there is literally no excuse. If you can't make the premiere in the fall, late August, September, somewhere around there, you'll be able to see it right in your own living room.
Right.
Fantastic. Thank you both for taking the time to come on tonight and sharing with us a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look at both of these soon-to-be instant classics. Hopefully some on down the line, I'll be able to have you guys back on the next time you have another project, or maybe we'll get to work together one day. That'd be badass as well.
That would be amazing. Well, I will say, if you can come back on later in the year, Kay and I will be working on a different project outside of Fuzzy Monkey Films in July.
Ooh.
So,
right.
Yeah.
I think that Indiegogo goes up too.
It is. And what is that one called, Kay? Just so you can.
That one is called These Things. It's kind of a comedic horror kind of creature flick. That's going to be really fun.
Ooh, creature features are my thing. So cool. Yeah. I'll have to search that one up as well. Yeah, we can have you back on and promote that as well and see how things are going. And so again, one more time, can't stress it enough. Morgrat Universe, you are the ones that make these things happen. So go on to Indiegogo and it doesn't matter. Even if you say, oh, Reaper, I only got $1. Who gives a fuck? That $1 is somehow going to go a long way. Wow. And it makes you a part of the film. So absolutely. Awesome. Thank you both so much. It has been an absolute blast. And everybody out there in the Morgrat Universe, for all the awesome comments, thank you for choosing me for your Thursday night entertainment to kick off your weekend just right. And don't forget, demons, tomorrow night is the goddamn program. That's right, the first one of May. And boy, do we have some juicy topics for you tomorrow. So definitely tune in tomorrow night around 8 o'clock. Make sure you got drink in hand and ready to laugh, because that is what the fuck we do on that show as much as possible. All right. So as you're, possibly getting ready to lay it down for the evening, and you have visions of crack addict raccoons dancing in your heads, and possibly a slayer from your nearby camp yard, just remember to tell them, stay heavy.